Welcome! I'm Gina, your GIA Gemologist. Today we're at the refinery and we're going to be refining sterling silver. And I have a special gift for you today. It's a surprise that we found in one of our boxes that we're going to show you, a hidden treasure. So as you can see, we're working with candlesticks, and my primary reason for this video is to show you how much soot and debris are in the candlesticks or the knives, that they are not as heavy as you could believe that they are. So here we have a clay compound that is in the sterling silver. They are weighed down. So the outside of these candelabras are actually very thin with sterling silver. So when these are purchased for melt, we want you to realize that these have a small silver content. Later, we're going to show you how we refine it, and then we're going to go into the assay. But for right now, we're taking the sterling silver, we're taking out any of the debris, and this will show you how much actually is there in weight that is not sterling silver. So you can see on the table that is quite a bit already. Now here's our hidden treasure that we have. We're excited to show you. We did not know that this had Japanese newspaper print inside. So we were able to do a translation on Google Lens, and we were able to decipher some of the language, which was kind of interesting. So I'll let you kind of come to your own conclusion. Socialistic government, rehabilitation, those are kind of like words that kind of caught my attention. So we're going to see what else comes out. This was the writing on the print before we had it actually analyzed with Google. And you can see how they were fastened into this box in the inside. They were purposely put in there. They weren't just put in there to fill. They had certain meaning to whomever put these in. Now this box is probably dated early, 1920s, let's say 19. I'll let you use your decision, but I'm not a historian, only 40 years in the business. There's a teak back. Look at all this that they have in there. This is like a little box, and there it is hidden along the inside, all along the edges. What fun when we saw that we had this treasure that we could uncover. And look at all the print. This is before we actually did the translation, and we'll get some more pictures here. Once again, I don't know what relevance it was, but there it is going into the kiln, or being weighed up after it's been, or actually before when we came in and weighed it up. So we're still taking out bits of paper. This is all just, there we go. There's some different verbiage on there. Democratic Party. Interesting. I have no idea what the relevance is, but look at all the debris once again that's coming out of these sterling silver boxes. And so we are looking at just some incredible history here that goes back in time. And we're just showing you all the different clips. So don't know what the relevance was, but I thought I would share it with you. I thought this was a really cool find. This is after everything is smashed, and once again that will be melted down here shortly. And you can see that's a lot of debris from purchasing sterling silver. And now we're going to show you how we actually take and get these handles off of the stainless steel blades. Now once again, we're looking at what is actually the value of these pieces. Well, it's just the sterling, not the stainless steel blades. And this is very common. That's a little mother of pearl handle that has to be smashed down. That has just a tiny amount of sterling on it. The rest is 1920s, 1930s. Those were little mother of pearl handles that I've seen quite commonly. See how thin that is? And we're going to get a pretty good sized bar out of that today. So that will be at the end of the video. We're going to show you the size of the bar and also the assay testing. So here we go. This is quite a large piece. So he has a crucible out that's going to be large enough to handle the bar once it's melted. Now, the first thing he's doing is he is removing some of the sterling silver from the flatware. He has to burn it off. He's unable to actually chisel it off or hammer it off. So this first process you're going to see is really pretty interesting. He's going to take out of there with his stick the stainless steel that we do not want. And you're going to see it's going to be quite a bit here shortly. And he's got to get it hot enough to where, there we go. We've got a chunk coming out. Wow. Okay. There we go. So we're looking at parts of the flatware that have no value. So when we are buying the sterling silver from you, there's pieces of it coming out as well. We have to look at, the components of the metal. How much of it is actually the sterling silver. So see inside of the bath there now, we've cooled down the probe, and we're going to continue to work with just extracting the stainless or the impurities. Now, when you watch my other videos, you'll see that we use borax. And I do hope you'll subscribe. There's a lot of wonderful information through these videos. Now we're going to start putting in the sterling that we know has been cleaned enough to melt it so that we can pour it into the crucible. Hope you loved the treasure we found. I thought that was really fun. You can go back and look at it again and read the text on it. I found that quite interesting. Sterling has taken an amazing hike now in its value. 40 years ago, when I started in the business, we used to be, I think it was 30 cents or 32 cents an ounce. And now it's flirting with $38 an ounce, $37 an ounce. So we're talking about a lot of value here for sterling silver that has been in your collection. And if you're not using it, if you're not wearing it, if you're not using it as tableware, it's worth far more money than most of the time selling it on these online sites, paying the 30% that you would pay for advertising. And then at the end of the day, you're still getting the market value for it. So we really work with our clients, and if there's something special that I believe is just really an awesome piece that we could put online to try to sell, I would suggest that to my clients if we can get more than all of those fees. So that's quite a bit going in there right now. You can see that. And we're almost at the end of this part of the clip, and we'll go into getting ready to take it out at some point. I just wanted to show you. It's like an endless tank in there, and they can keep going. We have to get this up to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit to in order for it to melt. And a lot of times we can put, we can put stones in there. We can melt cords. There's certain things that we don't even bother pulling away. So here we go. We're getting ready to raise the platform up. The crucible is being heated up on the flame. It is such a large piece that we want to make sure that we don't, that we're consistent with the fire and the heat. Once we start pouring it, we want to make sure that the block is uninterrupted and that the heat is consistent. There we go. And we're getting ready to start pouring it. We want to make sure it's hot enough. We have a little bit more debris coming out that we can see is floating to the top. It's got to come out so it doesn't adhere to the actual bar, because all of that would just give us the wrong assay, and no one wants the impurities in there. So we've got to, we're still getting rid of it, and that's such a large amount. So a lot of your silver that you have, you look at it and you think, well, maybe it's marked 925. It's not always, and that's why when we assay this at the end, you're going to see what this actually assays to. The sterling silver flatware is supposed to be 997, 925, which is 92.75% pure. And most sterling silver would be marked 925, not necessarily the truth. There we go. We've got a nice piece coming along, and we're going to let it do its thing, cool down a little bit before we move it over to the bench and extract it from the crucible. Happy to say there's a good sized bar, and I believe this is probably my largest one that I've done this year was 700 ounces. This is a pretty good size. My video down below will show you the one with 700 ounces. I'm sorry to say I don't remember how heavy this is. I'll have to look again and see if I could put that down below in the description. But it's a beauty. See, the color is nice. So it's going to be a nice assay. The richer the color, the higher the assay. So we're going to, right now, we're going to go head over to the assay and look at it. And after we've drilled a hole in it, as you'll see I do in my other videos, that's what gives us the assay spot that we're going to actually, it's an opening in the metal, and we're actually going to start, this has to be assayed twice. Now, so far the first reading is 82.86, so it's right above 80%. Oh, there we go. So there's our computer, and we're laying down the, now this is going to be the second reading. We want 2 readings. So where we drilled the hole, we have the center of the target area there, going to start recording the reading on the sterling silver. And so now we're looking at our second reading, and it's still coming in at 82.86. So we have, once again, there's the bullseye. We have another 15 seconds. And this is the wonderful thing about Legacy, is that we do 2 readings, and that way we're able to really get a good reading on your sterling silver. And so I hope you enjoyed this film. I hope that you'll subscribe. I have lots of great experience to share with you, and I look forward to the next video. Do ask any questions and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much.